What's up, everybody? King of FOMO here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow my Telegram channel. That's t.me/KingofFOMO1. Normally, I would say also join my Telegram chat, but don't bother right now. Honestly, there's times in crypto where it's really, really good to connect in a community of like-minded people, and there's also times where you probably shouldn't. You should kind of just do your own research. So I'm going to get into that a little bit later in the video. I'm actually going to talk about a lot of things right now, so strap in. I'm just going to cover a lot. If you guys are interested in HYIPs or investment platforms, if you guys are interested in farming tokens, if you guys are interested in altcoins, things like Cyberchain, Interstellar, smart contracts, things like that, I'm going to cover all of it in this video. So you can go ahead and skip ahead if you guys want to, or listen to the whole thing because there's a lot to cover. So first, I do want to cover the good news, or at least the positive stuff, before I get into some of the negatives. So Swerve token. Swerve token has been doing really, really well over the past couple of days. This is still a farming token. We can see that today it is up 5.1% at $4.93. But the fact that it's a farming token does, in my opinion, mean that it's kind of designed to go down in price over time. Now, what you're seeing right here is a little bit more interest in the Swerve token over these past couple of days, the past 4 days. You can see the volume has increased a lot. So I think that's gonna bode well for it potentially, and this could hit a higher rank, which could definitely increase the price significantly. But of course, those are just speculation. To show you guys what I'm earning in here, I put about 10K into Swerve maybe 2 days ago. The last time I made my video, you guys can check on my channel, and I've already made about 41.98 Swerve tokens. I think that equates to about $100 a day, if not like close to $75 a day. So it's pretty good. I was thinking about increasing my stake in the Swerve platform, but I'm pretty much okay with what I have in here, especially since I'm trying to stay a little bit more diversified. Moving on to the next positive news, Interstellar is still doing fantastic. Interstellar is a platform that pays you out 1 to 1.5% daily. Now, I want to make some clarifications because there are some people that are a little confused. This is not like your typical other DeFi coins, like a farming token or like trading a DeFi coin. This is a smart contract. It's very much like EtherChain, if you guys know what that is. It's pretty much the same thing as that, except a little bit more evolved. If you don't know what EtherChain is, basically when you deposit your Ethereum in there, it is locked forever. But on the plus side, you're going to be making whatever pool that you choose here up to 1.5% every single day until you get to 250%, and then it stops. And you can earn that passively from doing absolutely nothing, or you can earn that a little bit faster from doing absolutely nothing, plus trying to get people to sign up underneath you, which is going to give you some bonuses as well. So far I've been able to withdraw a good amount from here. There's 335 Ethereum in this smart contract right now, and it is rising. What they're working on right now is marketing, because I really do know that this contract can be just as good as EtherChain. Has 53,000 Ethereum total deposits in there, and I do think that Interstellar is probably almost definitely a better platform, better designed than EtherChain, in my opinion. So it has the potential to reach there. People just need to get the word out, and I know that I can't do it all by myself. But if you guys are interested in checking it out, definitely read their white paper, read what's on the page, everything out here at the bottom of the about page, how it works. Join their Telegram, ask questions if you have to. I realized that a lot of people did FOMO into here without actually reading how it works, but nonetheless, I think you're still in good hands. I think that it should work out pretty well as long as the contract continues to grow. Now, can you lose Ethereum in this? Yes, you can. Of course, you can lose your money in anything that you put it in. Nothing is a guarantee. So read the rules on how that can work. But of course, like I said, it's been working out nicely, and as long as it continues to get buzz and hype, I think that it will still do just as good as EtherChain. Moving on to some of the other stuff that I'm liking right now, Kitten.finance is a contract that I really do like. Now, this is a farm as well, and one of the positives about this farm is there's kind of a nearly zero risk farm that you can get into. Everybody owns Ethereum. Almost everybody that listens to this channel has Ethereum. So you can just deposit Ethereum directly into this contract. Wrapped Ethereum, which is pretty much free to get, but you can deposit your Ethereum directly into this contract and earn KIF tokens, or Kitten.finance tokens. It's worth about $54 at the moment. Now, my plan with this is to actually keep mining this and to put some Kitten.finance Ethereum Uniswap liquidity pool tokens in here, which is the risky one. But I am strategizing, so I'm waiting for this price to hit a certain number. I'm looking at about maybe $30 or $20. Once it dips back down to there, I'm going to start buying some Kitten tokens. I'm going to start keeping my Kitten tokens, and I'm going to start putting them in the Uniswap liquidity pool. Now, why am I doing that? It's not just because this is a farm, but this is a farm that I actually like, and that's what I'm going to be talking about a little bit later in this video. Is if you guys are joining these projects or these pre-sales or these farms and you're going to stick with them, find ones that you actually believe in. Don't just find the meme stuff that's just going to be here today and gone tomorrow. But Kitten.finance, they have been doing a great job with updates. You can see that they have a live chart right here. I know that the developer has competence in this contract and isn't just cloning something and hyping people up. He's really not hyping anybody up at all. Really, it's really just been pure developments and pure updates as time has gone on. So that's how I do my research. A lot of people ask me, how do I find the next gem or how do I avoid the scams? Honestly, it's all about research. And, with Kitten.finance, this one stands out significantly amongst the other farms that really just pop up today and just have a big community, and then they just kind of die over time because there's no development or there's nothing really new being put out there. So definitely check out Kitten.finance. Now, I jump in and out of this thing just because I have Ethereum staking here today. I might put it somewhere else tomorrow. I might sell my kittens. I might hold them. But like I said, my overall plan is to wait for that price to drop to maybe 30 or 20 bucks again, because I think it's a little bloated right now, and then stake some in the pool. We'll see what happens though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that price will just keep going up. So the next thing we can talk about is the passive profit platforms. Now, again, you guys know that I love staying diversified in the crypto world. I don't like to do one thing, whether it's DeFi, whether it's farming, whether it's Uniswap, altcoins, anything like that. I like to do it all, be diversified. So this is one of the things that I like. I know that this is not everybody's cup of tea. If it's not your cup of tea, if you have feelings about any of the stuff that I talk about, then just don't do them. But probably it's your best probably not to try and convince me that I'm wrong and I shouldn't be doing things, because like I said, I do my research on all this stuff and I make my own mind up. So moving on with this, with PGI Global, I just wanted to show you guys how it's been working for me since I've joined. Now, I joined this thing back here in March 30th, 2020. So that was about 6 months ago. I put in a little bit. I put in a little bit more over time, and we're up at today where I've earned a total of 132K from this platform, from everything that I put in. Now, I don't think I put in 100K. I think I put in maybe about 80K in here altogether. So that's a really, really nice return. Of course, some of that is referrals, but a lot of that is just passive profits and getting upwards of 2% per day. And these types of platforms really put a cushion for the altcoins that I get into, the riskier stuff that I'm doing, the farming. If I get any losses or if the market goes down, then these passive profit platforms really help to pick me up at that time. So that's one of the reasons why I like to stay diversified in this. Again, it's up to you to research and to think, is this for me or is this not for me? There's a lot to talk about with PGI Global. I think this is one of my favorite platforms, and the link to this, if you're looking for the links to all this stuff, they should be in the description below on a link tree, which will list all the different passive profit platforms that I'm in. Not so much the Uniswap coins, because you guys can just look that up on CoinGecko. I'm done trying to babying you with that, but with these platforms, you guys can check it out in those descriptions in the link tree. So another passive profit platform that I've done and that's done really well is Vitalium. So you can see here that my passive income counter, that is no referrals whatsoever, is about 26K, and that's from putting in close to about 18 or 19K in, or I'm sorry, not 18, 28K in this platform. So I've almost reached ROI with just the passive income. Now I already reached ROI with referrals as well, but this is one of the platforms that I've joined. This is one of my oldest deposits. This was about 4 months ago, so it's been working out very nicely with Vitalium. Another positive with these guys is they've started doing conferences. So I know that the world's been shut down for a long time, but now the world is starting to adjust so that companies like this are able to do conferences with modifications. And they just did one in Turkey, which is really nice. So I'm looking forward to kind of learning more about Vitalium and hopefully telling you guys more about this, because I haven't mentioned it very much frequently. And that's the thing about these passive profit platforms. I haven't talked about these things in like a month and a half, and I don't have to because they're passive. But of course, like I said, you guys can do your own research and figure out your own stuff. Now we can get into some of the negatives. There's a little bit more positives when I get into farming, but one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and sort of the title of this video, is stop doing pre-sales. Stop doing pre-sales, stop doing private sales. So this is the reason why I said maybe don't join my Telegram chat in the description below, because it's been filled and inundated with tons and tons and tons of private sales, pre-sales, and people just trying to get you excited and jazzed up about the next big new hot private sale. Get the coins cheap, sell them while they're hot. And like, that's the problem. There's been so many of these things that pop up the pre-sale happens, the coin dies immediately or dies within a few hours, and it becomes a rug or a scam or just a complete and total failure. Stop buying pre-sales, and this is not financial advice. You guys can do whatever you want with your money. I don't really care. But in my opinion, don't buy pre-sales that have an anonymous team that you have no belief in whatsoever. If somebody is hyping something up, especially because this is what people do on my Telegram channel all the time, they hype up their presale, then that's my cue to stay far away from the presale, because it's better off to let the coin speak for itself. Let the coins do something for 2 days. Like if the presale happens and the coin starts going up, then I start to give it a little bit of attention. But if somebody just mentions a presale, I immediately ignore it and move on to the next thing at this point in time, because there's been so many scams and so much just people trying to take advantage of the hype to make a quick buck from a pre-sale or private sale, and just mashing a bunch of buzzwords together. So that's just my advice to you guys, my warning to you. And it's not, I can't say advice, but that's just my thought process on all this. With pre-sales, like, you just gotta be careful. Like, a lot of people are feeding these people with pre-sales. If somebody makes $50 on a pre-sale that they created, even though they spent a lot of time and money, and then they scammed everybody and made $50 off of it because you decided to try it out and try and catch the next gem, they're gonna keep scamming because it's still a $50 profit, and they might as well just keep doing it if you're gonna keep giving them money. So that's kind of my thoughts on this. Just be careful. So this is just 2 random pre-sales that I picked out of my Telegram chat. These could be good, they could be bad. I have no clue. I don't care until they actually do something. But this one's called Kitten.finance. You guys can take a look at the website. They have a lot of buzzwords mentioned right here, a lot of stuff that probably a whole bunch of other coins do. And then you have this other one right here called SharkBit. Looks pretty similar, doesn't it? This website looks almost exactly the same. It's a lot shorter actually, so there's nothing here except a supply. But I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Anybody could just put a template out there, make a coin up, put it on Bounce, and sell it. And the one presale I tried one presale just because I wanted to test out Bounce. I've never used it and I wanted to see how it works. It was a YF coin. I don't even remember the name of it. But I put like $20 in this Bounce platform because a lot of people at the time were claiming that Bounce is unruggable, unscammable, it's guaranteed. So I put $20 in, they locked their liquidity shortly afterwards, and then the price dropped to basically zero. So my $20 turned into like 5 cents. So that's what happens with all these pre-sales. You guys gotta be careful, and if you're chasing the pump, like a couple days ago, maybe like a week ago, there was a period in time where everything was just super easy to make profit with, including the farms, which I'm going to get to as well. When you feel like that's the case, then yeah, go for it. Make some easy profits. But when you feel like, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure. If you ever feel like that, don't FOMO into stuff. Do your research first. That's just the best way to do things, because they're getting you. They're getting you, because I'm noticing that they're not stopping because people are continuing to buy. They're going to stop doing this if you stop buying. The gas fees are crazy, and they're going to be wasting money on gas fees creating coins. So I don't know. This is my rant for the day. Next up, we'll talk about the farm. So Sashimi Swap and Sushi Swap and BNS Token and even Kitten.finance. So all these farms, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the farms lately, and like it's kind of funny. It's like there's been so many farms that have come out, and almost every single one of them have progressed exactly the same. Like even Sushi Swap is not an exception to this. So the farms, they start at a pretty darn high price, they start rising up pretty high, and then they start tanking immediately. So I have this little chart here that I was going to draw for you guys. So farms always start off, pretty good, then they get really good, then they start getting extremely bad, and then they feel like they die out. And then sometimes they may have a real research, and then they die out again. So almost all the farms have charts that look like this. So what my confusion is, I don't understand why people hate these things. If the market is this predictable, then you should be able to make really, really easy money in a market like this. Now, granted, smart contracts and stuff, we'll talk about why I'm not doing any more farms at the current moment in a little bit. But to be honest, like when Sashimi came out, I had a plan based on this chart. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to get in the beginning, which I did. I got in the beginning. I was going to sell close to the top, and I did. I sold like pretty close to the top. I sold while it was going down, and then I was going to, at this point, reevaluate what was going to happen. Is it going to be like sushi, and is it going to continue to run sideways where I'm going to keep buying or keep farming, or is it just going to keep going down? So what I did, I made a kind of silly decision. I bought back in. I lost a little bit from buying back in, but again, I had a contingency plan. I knew exactly when to sell if it didn't do what I expected it to do. So then my final strategy was, like, as it was going down, why not just farm with a stable coin? So I farmed with the stable coin until it went down to a point where it was unprofitable altogether, and then I got out and did other things. And that's the way that every single one of these farms have gone, and that's kind of the way that I've been doing them since sushi came out. So if you're complaining because you lost money, like, you gotta learn, figure out how to do it right. Stop buying the pairs and holding the pairs for too long. If it goes up 3x in value, sell and wait for the price to go back down and buy back if you really do believe in it. So I don't know. Farms are easy to me. I'm going to keep doing them as long as they have some rep. I'm not going to do too many more farms because I know that it's only a matter of time. It's going to happen really soon where there's going to be a farm with a giant liquidity scam. So people are going to put their liquidity tokens in for their pairs that are not risky, and that liquidity is going to get stolen. I'm almost certain that that's going to happen eventually. So that's why I'm not going too crazy with these new farms. Somebody's going to get the idea to switch up a contract to make it look like it's okay and then just steal everybody's money. It's like almost guaranteed to happen. So that's the deal with sashimi. I think that it does still have potential, same with Sushi Swap. Now, BNS is one that I talked about on the channel before. This one's actually rebounding. Like I said, some of these like do anomalies. So let's just look at the 7-day chart for this. It's actually going back up, surprisingly. Like I'm actually probably thinking about jumping back into this farm just to see what's going to happen. Now, I'm not sure the reason why. I have to look at exactly the reason why, but jumping back and forth in these farms, it's been super profitable for me. I've made very few catastrophic mistakes. Like in this case with BNS, I'm not going to really farm with a BNS token because it's already technically really pumped since it's going back up, but I'm more than happy to farm with some of these other pairs because why not? If you have the Ethereum. Now, obviously the downside is you guys have to do your own math with gas fees and stuff. Obviously it's not profitable if you're doing like $20 and gas fees are $20, but if you had the coin, learn how to do it right. And then finally, we can talk about other things that are going okay. Cyberchain, not going as well as I wanted it to. I can't make a hit every time. I'd said that, that was a potential risk. And, I have these 2 pools that I purchased that I didn't earn anything off of yet. And everything's been moving not at all for the past couple of days. There have been more people coming in. And the thing about these types of contracts is I've been surprised. So I just leave them. And after a month or so, I get some people placed underneath me and then I get ROI. So sometimes things like that can happen. Or, sometimes hype can come back on it. But, I'm putting Cyberchain not on the back burner or on the sidelines, but I'm just really observing what other people are doing with Cyberchain. In all honesty, probably the best thing to do with Cyberchain if you're testing out any of these types of contracts is just to do the first 2, see what happens with that. And if the first 2 don't work, you lost like, $5? Who cares? But if the first 2 do work out, then you made like $15. Good job. And then you can decide to move on if you want to do that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Cyberchain. So that's everything that I really wanted to cover today. There's some other altcoins that are out there, but again, I am kicking back. We just had a huge, easy time in crypto. I don't need to have another 10x every day. I can just run with my passive profits. Eventually, if you're patient, another easy time will come in crypto, and that's where I really put the big bucks in the easy time in crypto. I don't like to take risks on random coin XYZ released from anonymous developer that might go up 2x and then go down to 0 a few seconds later. I'm not doing that. But you guys do what you want. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Telegram channel is below. t.me/Game1. You can come to the chat, talk to me. I mean, really the chat is great because they talk about some good stuff in there, but you have to know how to wade through the crap to find the gems. And there is a lot of crap that you got to wade through. So I'm fine wading through it, but if you guys can't do that, I wouldn't recommend joining it unless you have a pretty good crap sensor and you can really wade through all that bad stuff to find the okay stuff. All right, guys, catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.